gagawa tayo ng sarili nating mango sprouts rather than buying from the store. So I opted to grow my own mango sprout. Ang tawag is hydroponics planting. So meron ako dito ngayong ipiprepare na mga mango for me to be able to produce good size of sprouts. So we have a clear jar, or you can also use any soda jar or mason jar. So since I have this, rather than throwing this away, so gagamitin natin ito for growing our mango sprouts. And of course, 1/2 cup of mango, and also a clean linen to cover our mason jar, and of course our rubber band. You've got to clean your mango for good amount of water and clean it twice. Then discard the water. And discard the water again. If you thought the water isn't that clean, you can wash your mungos or mung beans 3 times or thrice. So I don't see clear water yet, so I've got to wash these 3 times. Okay, so it's clearer. Discard. And refill the water until 3/4 fill of the jar. Cover with your clean linen and clean rubber band. So this is it. Keep these mango beans in a dark place overnight. So this is the process for day 1. So here we are. Let's drain the water. Let me show to you anong itsura ng ating overnight soaking of our mung beans. So most likely, ang appearance for soaking overnight is mag-start na ang cracking. Some won't. Some delayed. Yan. Hanap pa tayo ng iba. Yan. So anyway, it's just 12 hours. This one too. So another linis. Rinse it thrice today for this hour. Linisan natin. Shake para matanggal ang mga impurities. Drain. Cheesecloth is better than washcloth. So, if you have cheesecloths at home, ito nang gagamitin nyo, ha? And then, third, rinsing. Shake. Final tanggal sa impurities. And then, drain the water. After 5 to 6 hours, you're gonna rinse this again with tap water. Then keep this in the dark place again, okay? Without water, okay? Last night, nag-soak tayo ng mung beans para mag-come up tayo ng homemade mango sprout. Ang prosesong tawag nito is hydroponics. Sinoak natin siya overnight, an average of 12 to 14 hours. Since na-soak natin, and then this will be the second day na huhugasan natin siya twice or thrice sa process, and then we'll have to proceed to another process. So this will be the second process, okay? On our second day, this is how our baby mango sprouts look like, okay? So there are small sprouts that have developed. Let me show it to you. There you go. These are the baby mango sprouts on its second day of hydroponics. There are also seeds that develop longer sprouts, like this one. This is longer. On its second day, quite interesting. The reason why I grow my own Mung sprout is because it's clean, it's healthy, and I know that my Mung sprout is organic and I've never been exposed to any contaminant. Okay, so let's wash this with a cold or tap water. And let me clean my cheesecloth and with a clean rubber band. Okay, let me drain the water. Isn't it interesting to grow your own Mung sprout? Right, it's clean and you are assured that this is away from any contaminants. Okay, drain the water, shake first so that you can clean the impurities. So you don't need really to buy a mason jar or a mesh jar. Pwedeng gumamit kayo ng mga soda bottles, plastic soda bottles, or whatever container available sa inyong bahay. Drain. I'm very careful not to damage my sprouts. Wash for the second time. Avoid damaging your sprouts. Sayang din. And the last. Look. So put this back in a dark place in your cupboard or any place that you think it's dark, and then keep this jar in this position, horizontal, and then I cover this with a dark cloth. So yun ang gusto niya, matutulog siya eh. Okay, so into the dark place, then wash again before bedtime. This is the third day for our hydroponics mung bean sprout, and then time to wash again, and I'll show you the length of the tail on the third day. You get that. Some are short, some are good sizes. Okay, wash. So if you have seen skins floating, pwede nyo nang tanggalin. Actually, this is ready for harvest. I don't want also my tail to be very long. Just be very gentle. Avoid damaging the tail of your Mung sprout. Time to drain the water. So this is the first rinsing for the day. We have another rinsing before bedtime. So look at the Mung sprouts. Look at the tails, right? So just position it like this, horizontal, and keep again in the dark place. And I cover it with a red cloth. So dark na sa kanya yan, okay? Ito na ang day 4 ng ating hydroponics at nakikita nyo to. So we have to wash it again, 4th day, with these fully grown mung bean sprouts. Our hydroponics growing of mung beans is successful. Day 4, wash. Just be very careful na you won't damage the tail. That's the yummiest part of this mung bean. If you want the longer tail, you can do so. Extend for another number of days, like 5th or 6th. So this is my 4th day. Probably okay. Let me see what will happen tonight. So let's wash again tonight and let us see what will happen if the tails for the mung beans are quite good enough for my dish. So I need to harvest. And then if not, I'm gonna extend for another 1 day. And here is our mango bean sprouts on day 4. Second washing, and I have finally decided to harvest it now after the second washing on the 4th day. Wow. On the first day, if you remember, I only have 1/2 cup of mung beans, mungos. This is my mango sprout for 4 days. Tingnan nyo how healthy is the mango sprout. I can still keep this until tomorrow. Let me see. Para mas mahaba-haba pa ang kanyang tail. Lala. Dito ko na ilagay. Cover with the lid slightly open so that our babies can possibly breathe. Kaya hinga-hinga din sila pag may time. Alright, here we are. Harvest time for our hydroponics. Our mung beans. Homegrown mung beans. Oh la la, look at that. This is what I want. This is what I want. The tails are longer compared with this morning. So see? Harvest, clean, final washing, and then let the shell float and discard natin. And then ready na tayo for anong putahin gawin natin dito. So dahan-dahan lang. You can take out the ang dami shell. Pwedeng lutuin, pwede rin tanggalin. Kung makaya niyong tanggalin, then fine. It's a beautiful day. So, tanggal natin yung mga hindi maganda. Ayan, discard natin yan. Dahan kasi sayang maputol ang mga tail. So, ganun lang, linisin, and then we will have tago sa ref. Tapos na linisin. Okay, so we're done. So, ito yun, ang final. You can have itogi salad too. Wow, excellent. And here you go. Presenting to you my bean sprout. I let it grow for 4 days, and this is the result now, ready to harvest and ready to be cooked for your favorite spring rolls, bean sprout salad, or whatever dish you wanna. Vegetable lumpia.